It's showtime.
It's showtime. Maddie, guess what I got in the mail? And it literally made my day. And I screamed when I realized what it was.
Can I get any hints?
It has to do with dry January.
Curious Elixirs.
Yes, I got my Curious Elixir package that they sent us for our dry January that we're doing, and I don't know how I'm going to wait. I sincerely love Curious Elixirs.
Me too. That means mine's almost here then too. It's so strange that I think last year you got yours first too.
I got mine a few days ago. Maybe it was yesterday. This week the days feel like weeks. So, but yeah, I didn't even open up the box yet because I don't want to be tempted. But I'm excited to see what random variety we got and if we'll be trying something different this year.
True. I wonder if there's any new flavors. I'm
I'm
excited.
sure there are.
Okay, so everybody who is new to the podcast, everyone who's new to the podcast, every January, we do a dry January, and we're looking for people to get on board to do it with us this year. So start doing some soul searching, figure out if it's something you want to do. Actually, don't overthink it. I highly recommend it. You should do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it sounds daunting, and I actually breezed through it last year, and we found so many benefits. Whereas I was like questioning if I even wanted to dabble in alcohol again afterwards. Slowly but surely, I have. However, I think it's always great to take a break.
Yeah, absolutely. And then with the holidays upcoming, by the end of the 4 weeks of holiday parties and eating from Thanksgiving all the way to New Year's, like the next day after New Year's Eve, it's like, yes, I'm so ready for this. And you just need a complete detox of body, mind, and soul.
Of course.
So honestly, I think that's why dry January is such a great time to do it. It is an easier way than I think like sober October would be a lot more difficult
Oh,
with
yes.
all of the events that happen and yeah, so
Absolutely. Also, I don't remember dry January being such a mouthful last year.
yeah, why am
It's
I
so hard to say all of a
okay, are you
sudden.
struggling too?
Yes.
Okay, good because I feel like I can't speak.
Actually,
Why?
I've been fumbling on it a lot lately, so you fumbling on it made me feel good about myself. So thank you for that.
You're so welcome. I'm here to
That's the only
mispronounce.
reason you did it, right?
Yeah, yeah, to make you feel comf. Speaking of the holidays, this episode today is the day after Thanksgiving, which you know what that means, don't you? Don't you know?
Black Friday?
Well, it is Black Friday, but that also means it's time for the true holiday season of Christmas. It's here. It's
The
here.
madness begins.
Gosh, it's really been chilly out and it's actually starting to feel like it's getting real.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm actually ready for it this year.
Yeah, I'm somewhat ready, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever ready for anything, but on this episode of Wait You're Mad, we're dedicating it to the phenomenon where the holiday season turns perfectly nice, normal people like us into wildly unhinged versions of ourselves.
Yeah, a time when joy, magic, twinkling lights, they all collide with seasonal rage, family tension, and the overwhelming sense that everyone is asking too much of you at once.
This season is the season of matching pajamas, holiday themed snacks, people playing Christmas music before Thanksgiving, and parking lots are packed to the gills.
And we're not suffering this season alone. We gathered your irrational holiday mads, and we actually think they're so valid.
Yes. So, this episode, we're giving ourselves permission to laugh at the chaos, call out the things that drive us absolutely feral, and remind each other that it's okay to be overwhelmed, annoyed, or irrationally mad this time of year.
Yeah, because underneath the decorations, family events, seasonal pressure, we're all just trying to survive December with our sanity intact.
So, it's not only about complaining, it's about coping together. And so, we asked you all to send us your mads, and boy, you did deliver. You guys are fed up. So fed up and full of anger that we are skipping our own mads this week and handing the mic to you guys.
So let's start with a few warm ups. The small irritations. We'll ease into the madness with a few little things.
Okay, so first listener, that Skater Guy 25, said that his irrational mad is people playing Christmas music before Thanksgiving. What's your take on this, Legs?
The never ending debate, right? I feel
Hmm.
like it's so split on holiday season's too short. So we start now versus let Thanksgiving have its space. I actually agree. Like, I don't want to start Christmas too early because I just want it to still be magical by the time Christmas gets here. And if we start before Thanksgiving, I just feel like we're skipping a holiday and we're not getting the most bang for our buck in the holiday season.
1000% agree. I actually love holiday music. I think that shocks people because I can be like contrarian sometimes. I love holiday music.
Music snob.
Yeah, but for the love of God, mix it up. I can't hear the same 10 songs for 2 months in a row. So I think number one, only after Thanksgiving is holiday music allowed. And number two, every artist on earth has a Christmas album. So please play literally any of them. Like not the same Michael Bublé or Mariah Carey. What's the song where she's thawing or whatever?
All I want for Christmas.
Yes.
Do the high pitch.
I can't. I literally can't because it's Mariah Carey and she whistles.
Yeah. I can't even like scream that. I think Ariana Grande is the only one that can hit that along with Mariah, probably. But
Another person with a Christmas album that people should listen
yes.
to. Mix it up. Justin Bieber, great one.
Yep.
Find a rando album, play it, and mix it up. Tired of hearing the same songs
This
all the
is the
time.
most basic bitch thing I've ever said, but Sabrina Carpenter released a Christmas version of her song. What is that?
Nonsense.
Nonsense, yes. Nonsense Christmas. And it's just as dirty as nonsense, but it's a Christmas version and it tickles me. I love it.
She had
I
a
listened to it so often last holiday season.
Yes, she had a Christmas special on television last year.
Hmm.
I wonder if anybody that we know is going to do one this year. I do get into those a little bit.
Yeah, that's festive. One of our listeners, Ash, who's also a music snob like Maddie, but she has a valid reason, I think. She also said Christmas music is her irrational mad, but she blamed it on the fact that she worked retail for 2 decades. So I can only imagine being inside like a Yonkers or whatever and listening to the same shit on repeat over and over again.
You know what? I've never been on that side of things during the holidays, and I am putting myself in their shoes right now. Oh my gosh, working at a counter at like a Macy's or a Von Maur right now. God, those poor
Yeah.
people. No, no. Okay, that's totally understandable. And then Nat Latham, another listener, and I loved this one. She
Yeah,
said, this is so true.
it is.
She said, Nat Latham said that the holiday spotlight projectors make her irrationally mad.
I agree. The laziest form, but I do need to ask the question, what is worse, holiday spot projector or nothing at all?
Holiday spotlight projector is worse. Or
You think so?
like a green light in place of like the regular light in their light bulb
Fuck
thing.
you. I've done that before when I'm in a pinch.
No, you have not.
Yeah, when I lived at my townhouse, I changed my light bulbs to red and green, and then every other townhouse followed suit. So it was literally like every other house was like red, green, red, green. So it worked out nicely, and I didn't even plan it. I just came home one day. They followed suit. It was amazing.
They probably low key hated it, talked about it, and said, how can we make this work?
No, I just think I do. That's my least favorite. It is so tacky, but I do think it's better than nothing because I just think everyone should have a little holiday spirit in the front of their house.
The projectors, though, they look
I know.
so
They're the
tacky.
worst part. Yes, absolutely.
Sorry if you love that or if that's your go-to, but yeah, I gotta go with Nat Latham on that one.
Yeah, I agree. It's the worst form.
Okay, the only thing that wasn't mentioned for like a slight holiday mad appetizer, holiday commercials. How did nobody say this? Yikes. The car commercials, the phone commercials, the technology, the jewelry, it's so over the top. And the wildest part is like everybody knows it's so obnoxious. Even the companies probably do, but they do it anyways. And
Yeah.
it's like the commercialism of it just makes me fucking ill.
Maddie, I'm sure it wasn't mentioned because most people just stream now and they don't actually have any commercials. However, I do watch YouTube TV sometimes, so I
Yeah.
understand.
We watch
But
football and sports, and so that's when I'm seeing these. Or even the streaming now, everything has an ad on it now, unless you're paying $40 every single streaming platform that you
yeah,
have.
most of them do. And I need to get in my petty frame of mind because I'm being too goddamn
Yeah.
optimistic.
Can
But I was just gonna say that if you're gonna play commercials during the holiday season, I do like the festivity of them though, versus just a normal one. Okay, I'm done. That's the last one. Everything's gonna be negative from here on out. I fucking swear.
Thank you. That's what this is for. This is the point. And obviously, like, we're both holiday people, so I want to get that straight. I like the
Yeah.
holidays. But if we have to pick the negatives of this is the
Yeah, this is it. My own personal mad that I will add to this is I don't like gift bags for Christmas. I think that the point of Christmas is to unwrap a present. I love the presentation of presents. When people half-ass their wrapping, it's an irrational mad for me because I take pride in my wrapping. I sit in front of the TV, put on a Christmas movie, and take my time, perfect it. If you hand me a gift bag where I just take tissue paper out to unravel it, it just takes some of the Christmas joy out of it for me. I feel like part of the season is unwrapping a gift.
You know, Lex, that's cute, but not everybody has the time to do that.
I know they don't have the time, but it takes away from the holiday spirit,
I
in my
agree.
opinion.
I agree. If it's like an office Christmas gift or something like a Secret Santa, I usually won't wrap. Maybe I should think about that going forward. But if it's something I have to get done and it's earlier than Christmas Day, sometimes I'll use bags. So I'm the
No, I'm
culprit.
talking holiday celebrations like with the family type of thing. I'm always rapping. And again, it might be an irrational mad, but that's where I stand.
It actually goes into the next piece super well because we're talking about the holiday overwhelm, the parents edition, and emotional labor.
Yeah, we're entering the real danger zone. Parents, families, split holidays, elf on a fucking shelf. We're going in.
Megan said, honestly, I sound grinchy, but I hate all the extra stuff that comes with the holiday. Santa visits, decorating cookies, matching family pajamas. I'm exhausted trying to make memories. And I do all of these things and won't stop, but it's annoying all the same.
This was really good perspective because we don't have kids, but I feel like every year more and more families are adding these traditions in. And as a parent, you probably do feel pressured to keep up so that your kids are experiencing the same things that their classmates and friends are experiencing at home. Like, what do you mean? One kid has an elf that visits and your kid doesn't. Like, you're forced almost to keep up with these. And God, I can't imagine how much time and money it takes.
I know, I agree. I haven't really thought of that too much, but you're also trying to give your kids the world and, like she said, making memories. I think as a mother or a father, that's so important to you to create the magic of the season, but you're also having to continue your normal life, but add on all these extra duties. And dude, Elf on a Shelf is every single night. I don't, God,
Let's just skip ahead to Mia then, because Mia actually had some really good words about Elf on the Shelf. She said parents using Elf on a Shelf to make their kids think they're being monitored all the time and then flex about the elaborate things they did with the elf on social media.
okay, that is, I guess if you put the time and effort into it and it is a flex, but also you're making all the other parents feel
Yeah,
fucking awful.
it's fueling the first mad that we discussed, which again, I'm sure it's all worth it. I'm sure it is because memories are always worth it. However, yeah, you guys are doing this to each other.
Well, and I think the interesting piece that Mia mentioned that I don't think it's brought up very often is the fact that they use Elf on the Shelf to make their kids think they're monitored all the time. So it's almost like a scare tactic. Like,
Yeah.
what was it? Like like they're being surveillanced.
Yeah. That's a hilarious way to look at it, but it is like, oh my God, you guys just behave this holiday season. If you touch candy cane, he's fucking gone and you don't get any presents.
Yeah, I think any leverage you can have on your kids during that crazy time of year is probably good to have. I would
Hmm.
probably be a mother that I would be like, well, I'm not going to have to do that for my. No, I would definitely pull out every single tool out of the toolbox.
Hmm. Yeah. And Megan, later in our conversation, she said, yeah, I'm obviously doing it. And this is the first year I'm doing Elf on a Shelf. But I promise you that Elf will just be moving around. It will not be up to mischievous things that take a crazy amount of creativity from me every night.
Like pooping out Hershey Kisses,
Yes,
squeezing the toothpaste and making a mess all over.
exactly. Hanging from toilet paper somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah, can you
those
tell
little
I'm friends with a
shitheads.
lot of parents on social?
Well, now my niece has two elves already and is asking Santa for a third one this year. I hope Santa doesn't deliver. However, she's going to keep asking.
What? Because she thinks it's magic.
Yeah, right.
That's cute.
That's adorable, but also let's end this.
Yeah. Okay. On to the next parental trouble. Split homes. So our listener Katie said that split homes is her irrational mad. The demand that everybody needs to be together on the actual holiday and accommodating grandparents who have had 60 to 70 years of holidays instead of prioritizing their kids' needs.
I was like, when you put it that way, we always look at it as we only have so much time left with grandma and grandpa. But yeah, when you reverse it and you're like, you had 60 to 70 years of holidays your way, and now our kids are at their prime age where we need to start catering to them, that really makes you view it differently.
Yes, and I can really relate to the split home thing. Both of our Kurt and I's parents are divorced, so it's like four Christmases every year, like the
Yeah.
movie.
Yep. And can you imagine having like kids on top of that?
No, no.
Yeah. That's where I'm so lucky. My mom always, my whole life, when we started getting to the age where we were spending holidays with significant others' families as well, she always said, I'd rather have you with me wholeheartedly and not worried about where you're getting next or fitting us in. So I will always do the Saturday after for every holiday. So you can spend the day with their family and then we will celebrate the Saturday after. Everyone can split their time kind of thing. And the only stipulation is she's like, I call Christmas Eve. That's the only holiday we do on the day for my family. Otherwise, we're always the Saturday after, and it's always worked out really nicely for us. Otherwise, Thanksgiving, Saturday after. Like,
Yeah, that's
no
interesting.
competition the day of.
Get on the front end of it and be like, okay,
Hmm.
volunteer as tribute to be the mom, to be the family that is not the day of.
Yes, yes. And it is just so much easier for everyone involved. But I know even getting my facial last week, my facialist Emma, or esthetician Emma, said she has 8 Christmases this year. It was like 12 the year before.
Yeah. And the hard part about being the person without kids is, and I don't know if you can relate to this, you're expected to kind of be flexible and you don't have any excuse to
Yes.
not go or make things happen. And also, you're the most wanted one at the family events. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're the cool young adults in the family, and it's our job and our pressure to keep the vibe alive and bright at every gathering because we're the most interesting people to talk to.
I have no idea what they would do without me. Like, I'm trying to envision a family Christmas without my humor and the fun I bring. They would
They,
just be sitting around talking about adult things.
yeah, it would just be canceled.
Yeah. Wow. Could you imagine?
I can't.
I love it. Do you have anything to add that our listeners didn't already point out with just the overwhelmingness of the holiday?
I think just generally starting the week after Thanksgiving, I'm so booked and busy all of December with work parties, friend parties. We deliver client Christmas gifts. It's just nonstop all December. However, I mean, again, this is supposed to be bitching, but it's all fun stuff. So, but it's
Yeah.
exhausting.
Fortunately, I have a small family, and fortunately, now I'm remote, so no holiday parties for me this year. So I
Mm.
think this will be a very low key holiday for me.
Yay, that sounds lovely.
Yes. Okay, moving along. Next up, let's talk about holiday food and treats because not everything shaped like a Christmas tree should be eaten or marketed or posted on Pinterest for that matter.
Or if you're me, they do because I eat gingerbread houses.
Yeah, I thought about you when I was putting thought into this section. I was going to say they should market that gingerbread houses aren't always meant to be eaten.
Hot take, people. Do you eat gingerbread houses or not? Still
Because
waiting to get a
Maddie
definitive
does.
answer.
Adam Klein and I roasted her last year on our Christmas episode when she just assumed. She said it so matter of factly, like everyone indulges in a good gingerbread house after they build it and let it sit out for days.
Hey, it's non-perishable.
Finger food.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna kick things off with a combination between two listeners. Gwen and Megan partook in a conversation where they said cheap Christmas themed snacks like pretzels, like the stick pretzels dipped in the white
Almond bark.
chocolate dyed green and then rolled in glitter, they always taste bad. Like we get you're trying to go for a festive look with these cheap snacks. However, no one wants to eat them. Just skip them.
Okay, here's my question. Did they used to be good or something? Or like back in the day, were they tasty? Because they're have always been disgusting to me, and I've always wondered if people actually like pretzels dipped in almond bark. Fucking gross.
Yeah. No. In my book, I was always like, "Oh, cute, but no thanks."
Yeah, I think people like them though, Lex. I think some people like them. So
Christmas or decor.
I think people like gnawing on them. I think people like
I
them.
don't know. I mean, it's chocolate covered pretzels, so it could be worse. Can you think of any others that fall under this category?
Well, I know Little Debbie comes out with those Christmas tree snacks that people love. I personally don't, but I have seen some interesting renditions of that made into like a dip that you dip like Nilla wafers into.
Yeah, I saw that last year. I actually did a Christmas tree recipe. I did cake balls with them, and it was not good. It was entirely too sweet. Like any way, shape, or form those trees are in, it tastes like fake, fake sugar and sweetness, and it's entirely too much. I just can't get down on them, and I'm sad because it's a nostalgic treat that I would love to partake in. However, it doesn't hit right as an adult anymore for me.
I agree. And or I don't think it ever has, but not a fan. Not a fan. Next up, our listener Emily Martins said, "What makes her irrationally mad is people whose entire personality is Starbucks holiday drinks and cups."
I love this because it's so funny how many people get off when Starbucks switches to Christmas mode.
Like, I know that we preach, enjoying the simple things in life, but the Starbucks holiday thing is wild. I heard employees have to sign NDAs so they can't discuss the cup color. Like, do people actually care? It's a paper
Oh,
cup. It's
yeah.
sensationalism at its finest for sure.
That's crazy. I don't know. Again, maybe it's just my palate, but I think everything on the Christmas menu is entirely too sweet, too. I don't enjoy any of it. I could probably get down on a variation of it, like if you add extra espresso to cut that or something, but I never get super pumped about any of their seasonal drinks.
No, they are sweet. But however, I will change up the cold foam flavor in my regular iced
Yes.
sugar. What is the drink called again? Iced brown sugar espresso latte. The
Yeah,
longest name
the
known to man.
shaken ice,
Brown sugar
brown
shaken.
sugar shaken espresso with oat milk or something like that.
No, that's it. That's it. And so then I
Okay.
add like a little bit of cold foam on top of it if I get that, and I will change that flavor, like maybe a
True. You're
pumpkin
so
one
right.
to a
Yes.
sugar cookie one, something just slightly holiday
I do partake in the cold foams. You're right. I think in our fall episode, I even said the only way to drink pumpkin for me is just a cold brew with the pumpkin cold foam on top. So I will do the same thing for Christmas. You're right, they have some sugar cookie ones, whatever, but I don't always feel like a cold drink in the winter, and that's the issue for me. In the fall, I'm still like half and half. In the winter, I'd rather have a warm bevy.
Any other holiday food items that make you irrationally mad?
Let me ponder on this for a second because that's a really good question. I get irrationally mad that, and maybe this is a little late because this is a Thanksgiving thing. I fucking love yams. I love like a yam casserole
Hold
with
on.
like
Who calls them yams?
it's when you put it in casserole form, it's called a yam.
You mean
It's called a
sweet
yam casserole, sweet potato casserole. My God,
you mean sweet
with like
potato?
with
Where did you grow up with Native
Well,
Americans?
first of all, answer this question. Do you like it or no?
Not casserole. I love sweet potatoes in all savory forms, but the sweet life is not for me. The sweet life of sweet potatoes is not for me.
Then shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. No, but
Anything with marshmallow, out.
I love the marshmallows. I love it. It's just like one of my favorite casseroles. No one in my family eats it. I made it one year, and Jess and I, my sister-in-law and I, were the only ones that touched it.
Do you also
So
like
that,
ambrosia salad? Because that's the
yeah,
vibe it's giving me.
I love it. What's bad about it?
Ambrosia salad?
The fuck are you talking about?
Do you also like ambrosia salad?
What's ambrosia salad?
It's like this dish that's consisted of like marshmallows, cherries. It's like a green pistachio
Oh,
pudding,
those are two different things.
but the vibe is the same.
I don't agree. One is hot and one is cold.
Same flavor profile.
Oh, no, not at all, dude. Not at all. I disagree. Poll.
Name
We
things
need a
that give off
poll.
similar vibes. Do you think people who like sweet potato casserole give off the same vibe as people who like ambrosia salad?
No, because I don't like ambrosia salad and I like sweet potato casserole. I think those are two different things. You just the only agreeable thing in that is marshmallows.
And the vibe.
Nah, no, disagree.
I have one. It's holiday baking. I'm never ever going to be the person that gets together with a group and bakes 100 different things. It sounds like my personal nightmare. And can you imagine? I don't know if you've done this, but what the hell does these people's kitchens look like afterwards? I get exhausted after making like 12 cookies, which I do every so often, but I don't know. The people who are churning out cookies and fudge and giving them away to your friends and family, honestly, thank you for your service.
I have done it before and it never goes smoothly because you lose focus. You're there with friends, you start drinking, it becomes more of a task than an enjoyment, and I'd rather just do it on my own. I'd rather do something on my own. Last year, actually, for work, we all cooked something on our own and then came in and exchanged some Tupperwares of each other's stuff. Like we ended up leaving with just a perfect amount of a variety of each snack because we didn't overdo it, and that's the way to go. We don't
That's a
need to
good
get together
idea.
to do that.
Like
Yeah.
enough for like a slightly big platter to like serve at your family
Yeah.
Christmas.
And then we put everything out and we all just grabbed a couple of each thing like to put in our own, and we were off.
I like it. I like
It was
it.
good. That's where I tried the Christmas tree cake balls, and I did not think it was good, and I made a mess. So don't do it at home, kids.
Never. No problem. And
Never.
I will never purchase almond bark in my life for anything or
It's so
anyone.
annoying. Yeah. And it's so expensive along with everything else in the world. It's just too much now. That used to be a cheap treat to do. And
Yeah.
it's not anymore.
Didn't know that.
So watch out.
Okay, let's move into one of the biggest holiday triggers. I think this is where oh my gosh, what's his name? This is where the Ebenezer Scrooge comes out in people. Leaving your house to go out in public anytime in the month of December. Let's talk about it.
Yep. If you want your blood pressure to spike, simply just walk into a Target after November 1st.
Which, speaking of, our listener, Wit Did My Hair, said Her irrational mad is the Target parking lot from November 1st to December 31st. People forget how to act.
She specifically said the Dubuque Target parking lot, I recall, and I couldn't agree more. I swear to God, people forget all the rules when they enter that parking lot.
That's true. And your infrastructure there is
It's
terrible to get
madness.
people in and out, whereas
Fucking
it
madness.
still drives us nuts in a slightly bigger city where there actually is infrastructure to get people in and out of the parking lots quite a lot easier, but it's still a shit show.
And the amount of traffic going across that pedestrian walkway, going in and out of the doors, people get tired of waiting. I swear to God, I'm surprised there aren't more hit and runs going across, driving across that spot. People get so, I wait for cars when I'm crossing that because I'm like, you guys have been waiting for so long. You're creeping up on me while I'm walking across. Like, you just go ahead.
Okay.
It's because it's never ending traffic there for from a pedestrian standpoint.
Unholiday related, doesn't everyone try to avoid like
Driving
driving
there?
through that area
Yeah.
at all times of the year? I will never drive past the opening of a Target or a Hy-Vee grocery store ever. You go
Seriously.
out the back, you dorks. What are you doing?
That's what I thought to myself as I avoided almost getting railed by a pickup truck trying to walk to my car after leaving Target 2 nights ago.
Okay, well, those people obviously don't have brains, so
Yeah, I
that's
know.
what puts them there in the first place.
I know. And so then I just stood there and waited and he mean mugged me as he drove by. I was like, yeah, this is my fault.
Yeah, like you don't have to drive past that. You don't have to
Yeah.
drive past the doors. Okay,
But
whatever.
maybe, yeah, it's that holiday season irrational madness.
Also related, our listener Christina said her irrational mad is stores being busy as hell, and literally anything to do with religion is just not my vibe.
That's so funny. Coming from someone that's also not super religious and enjoys the holiday season, it is like, I understand where she's coming from.
Unfortunately, what is lost is the reason for the season, right?
Yeah.
So I don't even know that that's even an issue because I honestly, I don't even see anything about religion in the holidays.
I've like dated a few people whose families like need to go to church on Christmas Day. And again, it's just not my vibe. So for me to go to a church where I'm not a member, I feel weird. Everyone knows I'm not a member on top of that, right?
And if you don't speak the language, you just don't. Like, I think Jesus is a totally rad dude, like,
Hmm.
that existed and stood for some really awesome shit, but, like, I don't speak the language of church and the, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. And I, on top of it, I did go to church through most of my childhood. I was Presbyterian, and I stand by us being one of the laziest religions in the world, and I'm okay with it. That was part of the reason I lasted as long as I did. And the only church services I have ever been to are Catholic because that, whoever I was dating, their family was Catholic. And I'll never forget the first time they did the Peace Be With You.
Oh, yeah, the Catholic Church
I was
Mass is an event.
sweating.
There's some cultural norms that I will never comprehend,
Yes.
including standing, sitting, eating the bread stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, did not.
Yeah.
Also, my family's like Catholic, but I've never partook in any sort of religious ed or anything. So
And I'll always bring this up. Santa's real. Santa's real if there are any kids listening out there.
now's
Trigger.
your time to talk about how
Yeah.
Santa is real because we're about to. Yeah.
Yeah. So Santa's real. However, when I was a kid, I was told by one of my friends growing up's parents that Santa's not real and that it's about Jesus's birthday. So that was how someone tried telling me Santa wasn't real, but we all know he is, right?
Was this like a Jehovah's Witness?
They went to my church.
Oh no. Vibe
I
killer,
know.
man.
I mean,
Jeez.
luckily, I'm the baby in my family. And when I came home and asked my mom, like, she wasn't terribly upset because I was like the last one. And like, I think it was like third grade or something. So, I mean, obviously, I was allowed to believe in it a little bit longer, but also it could have been worse. But yeah, don't do that, guys. Like,
That
just don't be
makes
that person. You don't make that decision for someone else's parents.
that doesn't even make me irrationally mad. That I think it's rational how upset I am about that, to be honest.
Yeah. Which now I'll bring this up to when I was on the phone with Emily Glanz, and she joked, my irrational mad is when I'm listening to podcasts with kids in the car and the podcast starts talking about how Santa isn't real, which again, we all know he is, but she was alluding to our Christmas episode last year.
Yeah, we're just trying to spark some controversy and conversation
Yeah.
in your car
But
and your
then it
drive with
followed
your
up with
kiddos.
Klein totally backing up the fact that Santa Claus is real. So we all know. And let's move on from this before I mess this up somehow.
Agreed, agreed.
Do you do a lot of holiday shopping? I know last year we made it a mission to shop local, and I'm excited because I hope we can spotlight a few different local spots. But do you have any holiday shopping horror stories to share?
No, simply because I will not set foot in a big box store in the month of December. Here in Des
Yeah.
Moines, the streets around the shopping centers, like we just talked about, are complete chaos. Everything's backed up to the highway. Even to go to a grocery store, like Trader Joe's is so packed that people are literally touching you when you're in those small aisles. So I just refuse. Even grocery stores are a nightmare.
I hate that. And then that's where I get on, which I'm also not happy about. That's where you're like, well, I really don't want to only get things off Amazon, but if this is how it is when you leave the house,
Yeah, start thinking
terrible.
now. And again, you can order local
Yep.
stores or like a smaller business on online, and I highly recommend to do that. I've kind of started to look around for like my Secret Santa and stuff, and so I'm trying to get ahead of the game here, but
Right. I ordered my first Christmas gift this morning, actually.
congrats. Who are you?
I know. It's for my dad, and he's really hard to shop for, so that feels like a win.
Yay, I love that. Good job, Lex.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, holiday season. I would say like my biggest qualm with holiday season is that when I'm shopping, especially at Target, I look fucking homeless. And it's like harder to just let yourself go out and about looking like that in socks and sandals in winter when the stores are completely packed with people. So I thought about that 2 nights ago when I was at Target. I walked in after a facial.
You live in your hometown, so you're bound to run into somebody. Even myself, I usually just go right after work or something when I'm still dressed, but I never know if I'm going to run into a client or something like that. So yeah, it's valid.
Yeah, I was like, this is risky. I look awful.
You work from
Like
home, though.
someone would
I'm
ask, if
jealous.
someone saw me, they would probably be like, "Oh, you look tired," which is one of the biggest disses in the world.
Right? Like, I'm not. Why? Why do you
Did
say
you,
that?
you just tell me I look like shit?
Low key, yes. And they told you on accident.
Yes, they didn't mean to do that, but here we are.
Goodness. You're not looking yourself.
Yeah. Are you feeling okay?
Okay, let's talk about, since we're getting here, let's talk about gift giving stress.
Hmm. The
And
biggest one.
yeah, yeah. Do you partake in regular gift giving? Do you do white elephant?
We do a little bit of both. We purchase for my parents. Everyone buys my mom and dad a present and my niece JC. And then we do a gift drawing for the siblings and the dogs.
Oh,
Do a gift
I
drawing
love
as
the
well.
addition of the dogs. What a
Yes.
special treat.
However, gift drawing does not mean white elephant. Okay?
Secret Santa,
Yes. It's
essentially.
not a secret, but yes.
But you draw names. Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
On my mother's side of the family, we do a Secret Santa where I set up this thing online and you can draw names online. And so we've all just did that last week. And you have to give a gift that's under $50. And there's like a group of, I think, like 15 of us. So it's really fun. And you have
Yeah.
to choose a walk-up song for that person when you're giving
I
the gift.
love
So that everybody has
that.
to guess like who it might be based on the song. So that's fun. And then for my other side of the family, we do a white elephant because it's just something fun, an activity to do. I just like picked my nose on camera. But I rubbed it, but we do white elephant because it's a fun activity, not because we really want to do gifts. I don't know. I'll get into this later, but not a big
Yeah.
gift person.
We got some opinions on white elephant. I have an opinion on white elephant. But let's start with Gwen. Gwen is a listener that said, over buying gifts or buying noisy, annoying, loud gifts and sending them home instead of leaving the loud toys at their house. First world spoiled kids problems, I know, is her biggest irrational mad, which I hear a lot from people with kids.
Yeah, I've heard that. Can't relate. But can you imagine if all the time in the back of your, like, whatever you're doing, there's like a drum set banging? My God.
Actually, my friend Emily, I have gotten some feedback on some gifts I've gotten people, and they say it's bad karma. I got Gavin a drum set when he was 1.
My God.
And she was like, looked at me and was like, you're gonna fucking pay for this. And then most recently, Charlotte's most recent birthday, I got her a slime making kit. And right when Charlotte opened it, she smiled and she looked at Emily. Emily's like, she's looking at me because she knows I'm mad. This is gonna make a mess.
Oh my gosh, that's
And I
so
was like, I'm
funny.
sorry. But I think there is like grandparents spoiling kids is a whole different story than buying annoying gifts.
It's a rite of passage though, right? It's a rite of passage.
I think to a certain extent, I think parents should have the right to say how many gifts kids are getting, and I think that gets. And this is a whole nother conversation where it's like you go to school and you say what Santa brought you, and it's a lot different. There's just such a wide scale, and some kids feel like Santa loved them less. It could spiral into that.
You're right. I never thought
Totally.
of that.
Yes.
Like,
That's what I've heard a lot from parents is like,
why did Santa bring them the new iPhone 17? And I got a stocking with a
some
DVD.
mints.
I don't think people get DVDs anymore.
A DVD. Maddie was going back to her childhood.
I got they got the NSYNC CD and the
Yeah.
Tamagotchi in their stocking, and someone else got the
Yeah.
iPhone 17.
You're right. It's no fair.
It's not fair. Santa was a time traveler.
Right. And then just sitting there and having, it's just like enforcing a culture. You sit there and the kids are opening presents way after the adults because they're gifted way more in some cases. And I can understand parents wanting to have like some sort of say in how many gifts there is just to keep kids modest.
And the items that are being brought into their household in general. It's just, yeah, it isn't under your control.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Never had to think about that. Never actually had that perspective in my head until right now, to be honest. I've never sat down and took the time to ponder. But it's all about the lessons you teach and your communication
Yeah.
too. So
Communication. Yeah.
look at me just talking about having kids like I
Yeah.
have no
We
clue.
know
I
everything.
probably
You
just
guys,
need to shut
parents, take note.
I need to shut up. Like they're like, yeah,
You
easy
don't know
from the
what to say.
cheap seats, bitch.
Yeah, because maybe they do have an open conversation and grandma and grandpa don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we retract everything we said. We actually have no say in this, but we do like to talk. So
We just talk. So that's why we're here. Anyways, I also wanted to add a second one from Gwen because I think this is a very interesting take.
yes,
She
it is.
said,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I don't like, and she said, this is probably a very irrational mad, but I don't like when people wrap gifts in Amazon boxes. I guess it's better for the earth to use what you have, but it just feels lazy to me. And that's where I said, well, I understand to a certain extent. I don't like gift bags.
I see
But I
what
said
she means.
I do wrap in Amazon boxes, and I think it is because I'm using my resources. But I understand if you're super into that,
The aesthetic of the gift and the feel
Yeah.
of it. Totally
transfer it
understand
to a
this.
holiday box type of situation. And her husband works at Amazon. So I was like, is this just some like trauma of like
Yeah.
too much Amazon?
Yeah. If you have the boxes, then yes, you should. But I do get it. It does look cheap once you've like opened it and it's like a
You tried to use
repackaged
an effect.
box. But forever going to use my boxes I get in the mail, whatever they are. But
Yeah.
totally get the aesthetic thing.
Understood. Yeah, understood, but not changing my bad ways.
Same. We have a listener, Emma, saying that white elephant makes her irrational mad when you bring something good and you take home something like a simple bag of nuts.
I agree 100%. I think it's the consideration thing for me where I put a lot of thought into my gifts and I try to get the most bang for my buck too. and then you're exchanging gifts and you open something so silly and you're like, why did I even put effort into this? I think there should be some sort of understanding of, are we doing funny gifts? Are we doing considerate gifts? And if we're putting a price limit on it, make sure you're reaching that so they're all fair. I'm an even Stevens kind of girl. And so white elephant gifts tend to like irk me.
That's funny. You would think, as me being slightly a control freak, I would care. This is something I just don't care about at all. I love to give something, and I just don't really care what I get. I don't know.
I'm even Stevens. I'm just like, why did I put the effort in if this is all the effort someone else was putting in?
Yeah, so you have to set the tone beforehand. Listener Maggie, another irrational mad about gift giving. She gets mad at people who shake gifts and try to figure out what's inside. I need a little more information on this.
I think that's more of an ick. That's more of an ick, right? But I have seen people be like, what could it be?
I've never seen this. I don't know if it's like kids under the tree or if it's like right when you're giving the gift, they shake it as like a little like dad joke or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. But I remember as a kid, I would like put extra things in to try to make it unguessable, like make it a little heavier. If they did shake it, you wouldn't be able to figure it out. I did pull some wild shit.
Yes, as a kid, but I need some clarity here. Are there adult humans who try to shake gifts to figure out what's inside?
Should I call her and ask her?
Is there? Because I've never seen this.
I'm like guessing some sort of uncle.
Yeah, some people are taking their gifts very seriously.
Yes.
That's funny.
And I was having a conversation with my coworker Katie about this too, and we both agreed we hate the gift givers where they like it's like a competition or something that they give the best gifts, and then when you open your gift from them, they're like telling you how good of a steal or what a bargain it was. People who bring up the price of a gift. You shut up.
So I think I've done that in my family stuff for like, because there's a limit, and I'm like, don't worry, it was on sale when it was like usually $100 or something, but it really wasn't. I'll always spend $100 even if the limit's
right, and that's why I get mad.
But I want to give a gift that they're actually going to like. In fact, like this is my irrational mad. I'm not a gift person. I don't need gifts, and I especially don't need people to ask me what I want for Christmas, because if I want something, I usually get it. And I don't want people spending money on things that I don't need, and I hate buying a gift simply to check a box, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need a gift card to somewhere. I can go buy my own.
Oh, I love gift cards. I don't like giving gift cards, but I love getting them. Does that make sense? Like, I'm a thoughtful, considerate gift giver, so I avoid gift cards in most cases. However, when I receive one, I love it. That's perfectly fine if it's somewhere that I like.
It's got to be a thoughtful place that you like. And I feel like I always end up with like Panera gift cards. Don't fucking go to Panera. I don't want.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if anybody's ever given me Panera gift card. It's probably got used, but I don't want a Panera gift card. I don't need that. Like I seriously have a stack of gift cards I forget to use sometimes. So don't give me a gift card.
What's the safest, most universal gift card you could give someone, do you think? You know it will be used.
A gas station or a grocery store.
I was going to say, even, I know we just hated on it, but even Starbucks. I'm like, yeah, I'll treat someone else if I don't even treat myself with this. You know what I mean?
Yes, I regift probably 95% of my gift cards.
Well, I meant I'll pick up someone coffee and bring it.
I give away the gift card.
You're like, no, I'm giving this to someone else. Let's talk about that. I don't think that's anywhere on this. What are your thoughts on regifting? I mean, obviously you do it to our gift cards, which I think is pretty safe. But what are your thoughts on regifting?
Love it. I'm for it. I mean, if you're not going to use an item, what a better way than to put it into use? It's sustainable. It's good for your home and clutter, the environment. And if this person's going to love that, I don't see the problem with it.
I think that's the key word. the key words you just said were if they're gonna love it. Like if you're like someone wants this. If you're regifting a shitty gift because you don't want it and you're like, I'm just getting this out here, that's a whole different story.
Oh, well,
But
that's
I agree. I'm
karma.
all in. If it's like a good gift for someone else, I don't
Yes.
see any harm in it.
Yep, I've regifted gift cards just because if I won't use them and I know somebody else loves them, like for people who have like house sat for me and stuff, I'll regift them to them.
Oh,
Or
yeah, that's a good
we
idea.
do a fun like contest at work, I'll give them out there. In fact, I have a couple in my desk right now, kind of ready to go in case we, or if like somebody did a good job, I'll be like, here you go, and like they're just kind of ready to go. So
Yeah.
it is a good gift for me to be honest, because then I didn't have to purchase them to give them out.
Yeah.
So,
See, you're not mad.
no.
Wait, are you mad?
But yeah, I mean, overall though, I just don't need something that clearly came from the Christmas Eve panic buy, you know?
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
don't. Just show up empty-handed. I am not expecting a gift, I promise.
Right. Right.
I don't
That
want you to
makes
spend your
sense.
money.
Anything else before we move on?
I don't think so.
Well, then, in that case, do you want to play a game?
Let's play.
Let's play Mad or Marry. Rapid Fire Holiday Game Edition.
Okay, we're going to play this game called Mad or Marry, where we find out which traditions bring joy and which ones bring us to the brink. Wow.
Awesome.
That was a
So
mouthful.
we will each answer Mad or Marry and then give one sentence justification. And I haven't looked at any of these, so this is raw.
Okay, I'll read the first one for you. Scenario: Christmas music starting November 1st. Talk to me.
Mad. We already discussed this. I just think it takes away. By the time you get to Christmas, it's not as merry when you start too early. Okay, for you, Secret Santa at work.
We do this and it's really fun. We hide our gifts around the office and it really helps you get to know somebody a little bit more than you did before in the office.
Yeah, I remember we used to do this, and I have kind of a funny story where at my office it was just big enough that you didn't really know everyone very well. And so we had a little form they would fill out where it was just saying some of their favorite things so that it would help guide you. I didn't opt in that year. Gwen participated, and for one of them, she put like one of the things she liked was nuts. And they very obviously stopped at the Casey's gas station every day on the way to work and dropped off a bag of nuts basically every day for the whole week. It was all nuts.
Okay, so my question is, was it laziness or was it a bit?
I really want to, if anyone was Gwen's Secret Santa, can you tell us what it was? Because we were like laughing, but also she was low key like, what the fuck?
Oh, you never find out who it was?
I think they have the option to tell them at the end.
Oh no, you need a reveal because that is accountability.
He never figured it out.
Last year, my cousin Brennan worked in our office and he drew me. First gift he dropped off that was hidden and we're supposed to not know who it is. His name, Brennan, is written on the bag and it clearly was like a Celsius from a gas station and a bag of gummy nerds or whatever. And it said Brennan. And I was like, I wonder who has me.
So don't participate in Secret Santa if you don't know how it works.
Hilarious.
I
A
love
slight
it.
oversight.
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay. Holiday travel delays. What dumb question is this?
Skip it. Let's move on.
Mad. End of story. Homemade. I don't know why I'm laughing. Okay. Homemade gifts you did not ask for.
There's a lot that goes into this. Like, at what level are you at making homemade gifts? Is it a homemade gift you will actually use and like?
Is
For
it
the
a
most
sign
part,
saying Lexi, live, laugh, love? Those are my
yeah.
worst nightmare.
I'm gonna say, with my experience, mad, because I rarely receive a homemade gift that I would actually use. And then there's sentimental value to it because you put your own blood, sweat, and tears into it. So I don't feel like I can get rid of it. And then it's clutter and it's in my storage and or I'm trying to find a way to use it. And
That's when
I'm gonna,
regifting comes in.
yeah, no, but when someone hand makes it for you,
But if you're not going to
yeah,
use it,
I get watch. I get
just
a
make sure
hand
it's
knitted.
someone far removed from the other person.
I get a hand knitted scarf from someone, in my boyfriend's family, let's say.
That's cool.
And then I gift it to you because we all know you like
I literally
shit
just
like
said,
that.
that's cool.
And then someday my worlds collide. This is what I'm envisioning. And they're like, hey, I made that. Why is your friend Maddie wearing it? Anyways,
I'm
just saying-
anti-lying, but that's when a white lie can be pulled off. That's when you say, oh, she's borrowing it.
Yes. And it's not because I'm saying you better spend the money on me.
I'm the opposite. Please give me all of your homemade gifts. I'm into it.
Like what?
Like homemade coffee syrups, homemade
Oh, you're thinking
scrubs,
food.
even body scrubs or something. Like, homemade little soaps and stuff. I'm into that.
Okay, but I'm saying for the most part, it's probably a no. There are a few exceptions, like you listed two.
What are you
but
thinking
I'm sure
of?
you could think of, I'm thinking of like decor, like you said, signage.
Yeah, if you make any decor for me, I guarantee I'm not going to use it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
so picky. It's not you, it's me, but that's another issue.
Right. I will not get a decor unless I'm damn fucking sure that's someone's style because I know personally firsthand, I don't like feeling forced to hang something in my house.
Don't even get me a picture with a frame. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what to do with that.
Yeah,
We're not that kind of house.
exactly. This isn't that kind of household.
We we don't gather here.
We don't live, laugh, love. Okay, moving on.
All of a sudden, wait, what is it? Because two people fell in love.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that one in a minute.
Okay, done. Sorry if you have any of those. I'm sure it makes you feel warm and fuzzy.
Yes. Getting assigned a dish you can't cook.
Mad, 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 mad. I can cook most everything. If you assign me something I can't cook, I'm just out. I don't even want to come anymore.
I am always up for a challenge, and I do like cooking, so I do like a cooking challenge. However, there are a few exceptions, like
I'm not gonna make the turkey. I'm not
Yeah.
making the turkey. I can't. I mean, I probably could figure it out. Don't want
Yeah.
it. Okay, next is someone saying, "Let's not do gifts this year," and then they do.
Mad. Again, I'm an even Stevens girl. I'm not flattered if you give me a gift and I didn't get a heads up and I don't have something that to give back. It's just like, and I sincerely enjoy gift giving. I do. I love picking out gifts for people. I take pride in making them like thoughtful. So if you think you're doing me a favor,
This is where we're opposite. This is Mary. Thanks for getting me out of getting a gift. You said we weren't doing them. I'm not going to get one for you. That's it. That's it.
no, I will like probably go out and get a random gift and still give it to them sometime.
Wow. And I think the difference is your love language is gifts. Like, I don't know if it's your number one, but it's up there for you. And it really shows. Not that you like want stuff, but you like the way you give thoughtfulness and consideration is through a gift. Like, hey, I really know you and I know that of you. So that makes
Or like,
sense.
I saw this and I thought of you and I just wanted you to have it. This is funny. But also, what kind of monster would you be? Kids singing off-key carols.
Mary, this is hilarious. Do you remember? I think that most towns probably do this, but back when we were in elementary school, they would record our like fourth, fifth, and sixth grade choir singing Christmas songs and play them on the radio, the local station. And we would wait for our school's choir to be able to come on, and we would like record it when it was played on the radio on like a tape. So funny. What I would give to listen to that again, because it probably sounded so bad.
Yeah, I think it's adorable too. But what I really wanted you to say was, mad. Like, shut the fuck up if you can't hit that note.
They're trying. They're trying.
Should we just pick, like, I don't know, a couple more? I feel like.
Oh, yeah, this is a really good one.
Okay.
Someone's fiance proposing on Christmas morning. Do you need me to say it?
Yeah, you say it, not me.
Mad. Mad, mad, mad. Barf, barf, barf. Also, Lexi has a very personal story. She was once engaged, and guess when this happened?
Yeah, I don't think anyone should have to share their engagement with a holiday. Give them a day of their own. Let everyone shine.
I agree. I mean, I get maybe somebody wants their families to be around, and maybe if that's like when their gathering is, it'll work, but I don't know. Get creative, pal.
All right, let's end on this one. The person who loudly announces, I'm done Christmas shopping on December 3rd.
No one asked. Mad.
Yes, I know. Like, stop bragging. You just sent me into anxiety because now I feel a little bit behind. And you're not better than me just because you started shopping before Thanksgiving.
No, in fact, it sounds like you have way too much time on your hands. So get a life.
Yeah. Yeah. And did you even take the time to thoughtfully curate these gifts?
Yeah, and like, is your gift even going to be cool anymore? Do you know how fast things change in this world? Are they even going to be
Yeah, you don't.
culturally relevant? I'm still mad that you announced it when nobody asked, but good for you. I'm actually happy for you.
Yeah, glad you're done. It gives me some space to go to Target now.
Yeah, we're just mad at ourselves.
One less fucking body, okay?
Yes. Good point.
Ugh. I think that wraps up our Irrational Mad Holiday Edition. I love these. They're so fun. I just love relating with people. Even though it's a happiest time of year, we can still make light of some of the heaviness.
Yes, and I think that, again, we're both holiday people. We love the holidays. However, it is just fun to rant and rave about things, and I think it's our sense of humor, and obviously your guys' too, because thank you so much for sending in all of these Irrational Mads. They were fantastic to go through, and I'm so glad that we could feature some of them on here today.
Same. And we're kind of getting ahead of it this year, so hopefully we're getting it out of your system beforehand.
Yep, so start thinking about your gifts so that you're not the one that is picking out a last minute gift on Christmas Eve.
Or shaking the boxes.
Are we the ones that are talking about the holidays too early here?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't be these people.
Including us. Well, look forward to new episodes every single Friday and make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Wait You're Mad.
You said both of the things, so that's all.
That's all, folks. Merry
all.
Christmas to all.
Can't wait for next week. We have a very special guest. Tune in.
See you soon. Bye.
Ho, ho, ho.